Hey, we're here with the Segway F2 Pro. This is a new addition to our commuter scooter lineup, and it offers some fabulous features that we've not seen at this level of this category before. I'll start with the cockpit area. First thing you'll notice is we've got turn signals. Woo! Now, we've seen these on bigger scooters before, but this is the first time we've seen them at this more commuter scooter level, and at least of this quality. As you can see, super bright. You can see that real clearly from the front and from the rear. And as you know, you don't take your hands off the handlebars when you're riding a scooter, just they don't have that level of directional stability. So this is a fabulous safety asset. You've got a little pedestrian horn, and you've got a bell. So you've got two ways to alert people to your presence. It's a single lever, which operates disc brake on the front, and a electronic drum brake on the rear, or electronic brake on the rear rather. So that will means that you've got a very simple braking system, throttles on this side, brakes on that side. You don't have to worry about how hard you're pulling the lever or distributing your brake force between two separate levers. Just pull the lever, scooter stops. Simple as, which is what you want at a commuter level. If we dip down and have a look at this part of the scooter, there's that disc brake that we were discussing earlier. It's a small disc. I wouldn't say it gives you violent stopping power, but it does bring you to a pretty reasonable halt. And that electronic brake in the rear. Now, rear wheel drive, which is a much better system than the entry-level scooters we see with front wheel drive. Your body weight is over the rear. You do want lots of traction, lots of force down through that driving wheel. Much safer system. While we're looking at the tyres, these tyres are 10-inch, which is a good size, and they're self-sealing as well, which means that punctures are perhaps a thing of the past, or at least there's something that you're not going to have to concern yourself with too much. You've got a nice rubberized deck here, and this is all IP55 rated, so a good level of weatherproofing. For example, you've got this plug here, which is for the charge port, and that plug just really seals that port up nicely, and it keeps it totally out of the way and uncluttered. You've got a nice easy place here to get your lock through, because you lock it or lose it these days, and that's a very strong part of the scooter. Folding mechanism is in here. You lift, you pull, and then it's a two-stage. You pull again and down, smack yourself on the head with the handlebars, and there you go. In reverse, boom, snap, there you go. Let's talk some performance stats for this little gem of a scooter. It's a 450 watt motor, which makes it one of the most powerful in the commuter scooter category, and in back-to-back testing it does climb better than pretty much any other offering that we have come across. Range-wise, you've got a 13 amp hour battery, and that gives you a working range of approximately 35 kilometers. If you're a heavier fella and you're heading up some inclines, you're going to chop into that quite significantly. If you're a flyweight, teen, lighter lady, 45, 50 kilos or so, you're going to get that maximum range, and you may even be able to squeak it out towards 40 if you're rolling along, doing eco speeds on flat land, no wind, etc., etc. The price point at this stage, which is early December 2024, we're talking $14.99, which positions itself very nicely with the other offerings. And there is a eco version of this, the F2 standard, not the Pro version, and the standard version doesn't have the suspension shock, slightly smaller motor, slightly smaller battery as well. It comes in just under $1,000. Now, I have missed out one important feature on this, and I'm going to cover it now for you, which is that you've got a front head shock as part of this suspension. So it's a hydraulic shock. It's got a reasonable amount of travel in it for a head shock as well. So head shock meaning it sits below the steering head and above the forks, and that does really do a great job smoothing out the bumps. It also means that the scooter becomes more stable, you get less vibration through your wrists, and the overall riding experience is more comfortable. So a fantastic all-round offering as a commuter scooter. We've got them in stock. Come and see us, come and give it a test ride, see what you think. Appreciate you watching the video. Thanks for your time, and we will see you soon.